Why don't Christians meditate? I was looking at the pewresearch.org site, and it said that 60% of the church body doesn't even meditate at all. So naturally, I did what I always do when I have questions, and I hopped onto Google. A quick Google research showed me that most Christians think that the Eastern practices are based on emptying the mind. That's interesting. If you want to know why I think that's interesting, then keep watching and rock with me a minute as we take that journey within. What up, though? It's Justin. Welcome back to the Mystical Mind State. So, I know Eastern meditation relatively well, right? And I can promise you that they don't start you out by telling you to empty your mind and to clear your head and to avoid thinking. That's some new age nonsense that somehow made it across the pond, and now everybody seems to be confused. But if you look at the dictionary definition of mindfulness, what it actually means is the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something. A mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations, used as a therapeutic technique. It's kind of a far cry from emptying the mind, if you ask me. What it looks like they're saying is that you're supposed to observe your thoughts and to watch your mind, right? See what's going on inside of you. Well, what did Yeshua tell his disciples to do in Mark chapter 14? Remain here and watch. The word for watch in Hebrew is actually shachad, right? And what it means to be circumspect, vigilant, to keep watch, or to be mindful. I'll get into the deeply mystical aspects of what was actually happening in the Garden of Gethsemane, but right now I want to give you a pretty solid foundation of what's actually in the biblical narratives. I'll shy away from Thomas and all of that because, to a point, I actually do agree with evangelical thinking here. I think it's really dangerous for Christians to get into meditation if they don't actually understand the ins and outs of it. And for some people, it does actually take them away from the faith, the same way that scholarly work can take you away from the faith when you find out that like 98% of what the church has told you has been a lie, right? So I don't want to create atheists. I don't want to create more people that don't have a mystical understanding. What I want to do is help you wade the waters of mystical thought and get into that relationship with God. So what Yeshua was actually talking about is keeping a spiritual vigil. He wants us to watch our internal dialogues and pay attention to what's going on within, right? So what was Yeshua's halakha, right? What was the way he taught? What did shachad mean to him? Why was it so important? Well, if you look at Luke chapter 11, what Yeshua actually says is, so be careful not to let the light in you become darkness. If your whole body is full of light and none of it is dark, then you will shine bright as when a lamp shines on you. What did Yeshua's disciples actually do in the Garden of Gethsemane? They fell asleep. They slipped into spiritual darkness. They stopped being spiritually aware. I want to expand on that for a minute because when Yeshua was talking about shakad, when he's talking about that spiritual awareness, he's talking about something deep within us. If you look at Matthew 6:22, what it says is, the eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. Notice that it says eye, as in singular. It's ophthalmos in Greek and ayin in Aramaic, right? Yeshua's talking about the eye of the spirit, what he called the lamp of the body. This is the same thing that Moshe means when he's talking about the great I am. Who should I tell him sent me? Tell him I am the I am. I am that I am. That sense of awareness, that I sense you have within you, that is God. The Father and I are one. You start to see how this works out? Well, here, actually, follow with me. We're going to do a quick meditation and I'm going to show you exactly what we're talking about here. Sit in a comfortable position with your back as straight as possible and take a few moments to come into yourself. Breathe deeply as you take note of your presence in the room. Note the things around you in the visible world in relation to you, one being seen and the other seeing. Close your eyes and breathe deeply through your nose into your diaphragm. Follow the sense of the air as it passes through your nostrils and into your lungs. Feel the expansion in your chest and abdomen as the air fills you. Follow these sensations out as you exhale, noting the air as it passes through the lungs, the throat, and the nostrils. Continue to breathe deeply until you feel yourself relax. Observe the air entering in and out of you as many times as you like. When you're ready, turn your attention to any sensation that may be present in your body. It could be your heartbeat, the breathing passing through your nostrils, any discomforts present within you. Just notice it and recognize the two parts, an experience and the one who is experiencing. Sit with that observation a moment. Relax even deeper still, anchoring your attention to your nostrils and follow your breathing in and out. Dive deeper and observe the river of thoughts and emotions trickling through your mind while keeping your focus docked to your breath. You may even recall times you've tried to dam up the stream of thoughts and notice all of the memories and emotions just continue to flow unchecked. Intimate details of all you hold dear just glimmer across the internal terrain of your consciousness. The point isn't to stop the deluge of thoughts from flowing or even moderate them, but rather to monitor them without your observation getting caught in the current and swept away. It's a difficult skill to develop, so be patient with yourself. If you're able to remain alert and relaxed, you may even sense something still and observant within you beyond your focused will. While it exerts no influence in and of itself, it is that within you that is always aware of whatever passes by. In layman's terms, it can't even be observed because it is that which observes. If you chase after it, you find it recedes deeper and deeper because there's no limit to this I that experiences. See? It's this silent observer that brings awareness to your body. It's this silent observer that brings awareness to your being. That I sense within you doesn't come from you. I know this is difficult, so I'm going to close with the saying from the Apostle Paul. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. This is why it's absolutely vital to practice mindfulness. You're being alert. You're staying in that state that Yeshua urged his disciples to stay in the Garden of Gethsemane. I'll expand on this and get into some more esoteric ideas later, but for now I want people of the church to be comfortable with the concept of being aware, of knowing what's going on inside of them. I want them to know you don't need Gnosticism to get into that. You don't need esoteric Christianity. You don't need any of the fluff or any of the New Age occult philosophies that you're thinking of when you hear the word awareness. This is absolutely vital. It's a normal process that every spiritual seeker goes through. Eventually we turn within. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, right? Well, where is the kingdom? The kingdom of God is within you. That's Luke 17:21. So by turning inwards and focusing our attention inwards, we're actually following Yeshua's path. That's all I got, guys. Thank you for watching.